guys, today we're here to chat about some of my favorite masks to just make your skin look better. If your skin is dull, if you have texture, dark spots, unevenness, these are just kind of some of my favorite masks for when my skin is looking kind of blah, feels a little blah. Definitely dealt with a lot of texture over the past year, and I've really been working hard to get a smoother looking face and just have my skin look better in general. So these are some of my favorite masks for that as well. If you're curious about this makeup look, I did just film a full face of Rimmel, so I will link to that down below, but let's go ahead and get started. So the first mask that I want to mention was really popular mid to late last year, I think. It is the Hoola Henriksen Cold Plunge Pore Mask, and right off the bat this mask really appealed to me because of the incredible blue color that it is, but I mean, I guess that's not really important. This is recommended for all skin types, which I was kind of surprised to see, including dry and sensitive. It has AHAs and BHAs, which are so good, at least for my skin anyways. My skin responds really, really well to both of those acids, and when I say acids, there's no need to be scared necessarily, but if you are incorporating those into your routine, it is of course important to wear an SPF the following day. I do have a video on my favorite SPFs for oily skin, so I'll link to all that oily skin content down below, but this is formulated to help with pores, dullness, unevenness. In addition to those acids in there, you're getting clay as well, so it can help with oil absorption if you do have an oilier skin type, but at the same time it doesn't dry down to a super matte clay-like finish. So if you do have a more dry skin or even normal skin type and that's not really the type of mask you're looking for, I think this could absolutely still work for you. It does have a very strong kind of pepperminty scent, and that's nothing that bothers me, but something to keep in mind when you go to wash this off. Keep your eyes closed until it is completely off your face, because I have burned my eyes a time or two by letting the fumes or the actual mask itself get in my eyes. But I can definitely say for sure when I use this mask, and when I use all of these masks, so you may hear me say this a time or two, but after I use this mask, my skin feels incredibly refreshed. It feels cooling and really smooth, so definitely love this one. A mask that I have been absolutely loving lately is from Amuro Pizza. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It is the Silver Skin Savior Mask. This is good for normal, combo, and oily skin types. If you do have a drier skin type, I mean, you can absolutely give it a try because it doesn't have, again, that kind of clay drying feeling. The texture is really interesting. It almost looks like a cleansing balm. It looks like it would be clear, and it is a little clear when you first put it on your skin, but then as you start to rub it in, it turns a little bit more white. It doesn't dry down on your skin. It does not have any clay in there, so it's a really beautiful kind of comfortable texture on the skin. I also love the scent of it. I have no idea how to describe the scent, but to me it smells like an all-natural skincare product almost, but in a really good way. And it's not all natural, but kind of like the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery, like a health food store, but in a good way. I don't know how to describe it, but it does contain salicylic acid and glycolic acid, which is incredible if you have oily or textured skin. It also has colloidal silver in there, which is an antibacterial, great again for oily skin, and niacinamide, great again for oily and acne-prone skin. But the thing that I love about this is that a lot of products for oily and acne-prone skin can feel so harsh on the skin. This feels super comforting. So not only is it great for oils and for acne, but it's also great with the glycolic acid in there to smooth the skin, unclog the pores, make your skin feel and look more clear. So I just really like that it kind of does everything in terms of brightening the skin, helping with acne, also helping just with the overall texture of the skin. So it's a really, really beautiful mask. A mask from the Body Shop that I absolutely love, a little bit newer to me, is the Chinese Ginseng and Rice Clarifying Polishing Mask. So the other two that I mentioned will reveal clearer and less more clear and less textured skin, but you don't actually feel the exfoliation necessarily on your skin. This one does, which I absolutely love. It is a polishing mask, and overall I absolutely love every single one of the Body Shop masks. They have a mask for everybody. They're all so good. I think I've tried almost all of them. This is the newest one to me that I have tried, but it has a really beautiful creamy texture, but it still has that little bit of exfoliation in there, which to me, when my skin feels kind of dull and and I really want to feel it, like I just want to feel like I'm doing something to my face, this is a really good one. It doesn't contain anything like glycolic acid or salicylic if you are already incorporating that into your routine, or for example, if you're not looking to incorporate that in there, this is still going to help you with a more dull complexion, with uneven skin, with texture, and of course to help brighten the skin. It is 100% vegetarian and cruelty-free, which is great as well if you're looking for an option that falls under that. And in addition to that, like I said, if this mask doesn't appeal to you from the Body Shop, I recommend you try at least one of them. I also love the British Rose from them, along with the charcoal mask. That is such a good one too. Moving on to the product that is so good it's banned from Canada, and this isn't necessarily a mask, this is a once a week treatment, but I did want to mention this because ooh baby, it's so good. It is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Baby Facial. So this has 25% AHA. I'm not sure what the level is that's allowed in Canada, but that's too much AHA to be sold on Canadian shelves. So if you do happen to go to the United States and you are curious about it, that's a good place to pick it up. There is also like a Decium product that looks like almost like wine or like blood. It's really red. I think that's a 25 or 30% BHA. I've wanted to try that as well, but this is to help resurface and of course reveal better and brighter skin. If you've used the TLC Framboos, that is an absolutely gorgeous way to incorporate these kind of acids into your skincare routine. That is something you can use every single night, and I have had incredible results with that. I used to have like a lot of kind of texture on my nose, just like tiny little bumps, and I contribute about 80% of the bumps being gone to the serum. So I was so excited to try this. Like I said, my skin responds really well to these kinds of acids, and overall I've really loved everything that I've tried from Drunk Elephant. This makes my skin feel so soft, so smooth, so clear. Like I said, it's something you use once a week. I'll generally do it on a Sunday night. I've also been testing out their retinol, and I was chatting with the people from Drunk Elephant, and you can use them at the same time. So I don't find, like, if you have really sensitive skin, this probably isn't going to be for you. I know in general Drunk Elephant is recommended for sensitive skin. I will of course have everything linked down below because everybody has different sensitivities, so I'll leave that to you to decide if this is something you might want to try. But for me, my skin responds really well to acids, and I had no issues the first time that I used this. You leave it on for 20 minutes. It's just kind of a creamy product. It doesn't feel tight or weird. You may feel a little bit of a tingling with it, especially your first use, so you may not want to leave it on for the whole time, but I had no redness, no irritation, just like baby smooth, as the name says, a baby facial, kind of like a facial at home. This is definitely not a super cheap product, but it's definitely really effective and does what it says it's going to do. So definitely love this, but for my Canadians, you're going to need to smuggle it back into the country. Fresh is a brand that I have absolutely fallen in love with over the past year, and I have two masks actually here from them because I couldn't decide really which one should make it in over the other. The first one that I tried from them was the Black Tea Instant Perfecting Mask. So this says it smooths and immediately softens with advanced antioxidants, and then the other is the Lotus Youth Preserve Rescue Mask, and this is a Seaweed Radiance Facial. So I talked about this a little while ago on Instagram, and I got a bunch of messages from you saying how much you liked this mask as well. This one has kind of like a creamy balm-like texture, similar to the Amuro Pizza mask that I mentioned. Of course, features things like black tea, and these are both recommended for normal, combo, or oily skin types. This one says it helps with dullness, unevenness, along with any kind of texture on the skin, and helps to brighten. And then this one is essentially the same in terms of its claims, but it also helps with dryness. So I definitely find that this one would be, it's a little bit more hydrating feeling. And I really like this one because it has little bits in there. I believe it's like bits of seaweed, and there's little tiny bits of different size kind of bits in here. So it has the Fresh Super 7 complex in there, which helps to brighten the skin, hydrate, and then it has things like the lotus seeds, seaweed, all really beautiful kind of hydrating products. I'm actually surprised that that is not recommended for dry skin, but it is a really nice kind of balance in between hydrating and smoothing. And then something like this is a little bit more intense in my opinion. You only leave this on for 5 to 10 minutes, and I really truly feel like it helps to soften the skin. It has a really nice soft texture. There's no bits of anything in there, so it's more, it's not an exfoliator like you're going to feel it kind of exfoliating your skin, and it also is meant to help with firmness of the skin as well. That's not really something that I look for necessarily, because I feel like things are still fairly firm, but if they're gonna help me with firmness, I will absolutely take it. Another brand that makes incredible masks is L'Oreal. I absolutely love these line of clay masks that they've come out with. I've raved about this one before. I hate how they don't put the names on these masks. This is like the comfort mask or something like that. It has seaweed and algae, and it's not necessarily similar to these other masks that I've mentioned in the sense that it has like acids or exfoliants in there to help smooth the skin, but I really feel like it's a beautiful soothing mask, and it helps to clarify as well. So if the idea of, you know, smoother skin or whatever, maybe your skin is already smooth and you're living the dream and you're looking for something that's going to help kind of clarify, but again, similar to some of the other masks that I've mentioned, this does have clay in here, but it doesn't dry down completely. It's not going to dry out your skin. So I do just really love this mask, but one that's going to be a little more well suited if you are looking for exfoliation and smoother skin is the yellow mask, which features yuzu, 3 different types of clay in here, and then it also does have the actual physical little exfoliation bits in there, which is always really nice to feel on the skin. So there's other clay masks in this line as well. I have tried them, I think all. There might be a pink one that I haven't tried, but I tried the red, the green, and the black. I really liked all of those, but I do have a lot of clay masks that I really like, and I feel like these are quite unique, especially for the drugstore, especially this blue one, but I guess this one too. And this one doesn't dry down completely either, and you are getting the bonus of the little exfoliating bits in there, which I always love. And as well, just another thing from L'Oreal that I love is their Kiwi scrub. That is one of my favorite scrubs for the face of any brand, any drugstore, whatever it might be. That's an incredible scrub if you're looking for not a mask but a scrub. I'll link to that one down below. I've talked about that one a ton, and it's very good. A very popular brand on Instagram is Summer Fridays. They actually just released a new mask, and I want to try that, and I want to try the original Jet Lag, but what I have tried and enjoyed is the, what one is this? Overtime mask. This is their exfoliator, so it's kind of like similar to some of these others, I guess. It is an exfoliator, and it's also a mask. This one has oat kernel proteins in there and free radical fighting antioxidants to help brighten the skin and make you a glow getter. In addition to that, I find that this is really nice because it's recommended for dry, oily, normal combo. Anybody can use this, and it's just a really easy mask because you put it on, you exfoliate your face for like a minute, and then you just leave it on for 5 minutes and you wash it off. You're not getting any of those harsh exfoliators. Everything that they use is a mild exfoliator. The one thing that I will say that some people may not enjoy about this is the scent. It's kind of like pumpkin spicy. Perhaps. I don't mind it. It almost smells like those Red Hot candies actually, or the Red Hot gum or whatever that was. Kind of like cinnamony, but I have had no issues similar to the like Olay one that, or the Hoola one that burned my eyes. This one did not burn my eyes coming off. I really, really like this. I'm looking forward to trying out the Rose and the Jet Lag. Let me know if you have tried those. I feel like not many people talk about this one. The Jet Lag is kind of like the main one, but I feel like this did a really good job exfoliating my skin, left it feeling super smooth and glowy, and I love that it's like a quick 5-minute process. Lastly, and probably the prettiest mask that I'm going to be mentioning today, although the Hoola Henriksen one is super pretty, this is the Origins Clear Improvement Charcoal Honey Mask to Purify and Nourish. And I love the original Clear Improvement. That's one that I use when I feel breakouts coming out all the time. That is a great one. The reason that I love this one so much is, the reason that I love a lot of these masks, I guess, is why we're here talking about them today, is that it feels clarifying, it feels purifying, but it doesn't feel like it's drying out my skin. Because that's not always what I'm looking for. I've really been trying to hydrate my skin and treat it a little better and not just strip it of everything that it has over and over and over again. So you're getting the charcoal in here, which is going to help clarify and purify the skin, but you're also getting honey, which not only is a great antibacterial for the skin if you do have more acne-prone skin. This one does dry down a little bit, but it doesn't dry down completely like a typical clay mask, but it's so pretty. It's like this, I don't even know what I would want to come in this color, but it's like this slatey gray with gold running through it. And there's no like gold exfoliators or anything in there. It just has like the tiny, it's like almost like a gold powder or something. It looks like a little bit metallic. Feels really nourishing on the skin. Has like a bit of a strong scent, but I don't mind it. I can get like a little bit of, it kind of smells like what it says it is, like a charcoal honey type thing, but feels really beautiful and nourishing on the skin. Honey is great for the skin. I bought Manuka honey years ago to put on my face, as I always buy like DIY things and then never DIY it. So if you're looking to incorporate some honey into your skincare routine, this is a really nice one. Origins has a ton of masks that they actually just sent me their avocado one. I haven't tried that yet, but I really, really love their skincare. Their Willow Herb line is incredible for oily skin as well. But anyways, I feel like I've been talking a lot and talking very fast as always, so let me know down below what your favorite masks are for more dull skin, when it's just feeling textured. In addition to that, I know there wasn't a whole lot of like drugstore stuff in here. Not that it doesn't exist necessarily, but there's nothing that I have tried, so I just wanted to talk about the things that I have tried and loved. So if you have recommendations for me to try, of course let me know down below, and I will have more skincare listed in a playlist down below as well. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!